Okay, thought I would just do a very quick clip on making these soil blocks. I'm going to plant my peppers in here later today. I hope my sound's better this time around, but I'm trying to avoid shaking the camera like normal, so I've got it on a tripod, but it seems like my sound isn't very cooperative. Plus I've got snow plows going off out by the main road here, and you pick them up on the audio too. But anyway, already made 3 trays like this, putting about 32 in a tray. Main reason so I can have a little room to separate them once the plants start, and then I can keep an eye on the roots. They air prune around, and you have no transplant shock. That's the big advantage of using these soil blocks. But I've got a four block maker here. This thing cost me somewhere around $35 if I remember right. It's made in England. It's nice though, very nice setup. And what I've got in the soil here is I've got, and this doesn't have to be these brands, it doesn't even have to be this mix. I've got about half and half of this worm casting blend, with the other half being this Fox Farm soil, Oceans Forest. The consistency's nice. It doesn't have a lot of bark in it, it doesn't have a lot of stems and leaf matter. It just seems to work well. The trick here is you have to get this stuff very wet. See how wet that is? Consistency. I've also got a handful or two of sphagnum moss in this besides those products. But I've got 2 gallons of water in. I had this thing full to about here with soil first. Took 2 whole gallons to get it to this point of saturation, but now that it is, I just stuff it in a couple times, cut the bottom off so I get it pretty flat. You see I got water dripping off. But then I bring it over here, and there we go, 4 nice blocks. It's real simple. So, you know, when you get to a bigger block, I've got the 4 or 5 inch, 4.5 inch, whatever it is downstairs. That's a more expensive blocker. Does a single at a time. It's over $100 if I remember right. But it's also well worth it. One of these blocks will fit right into the cavity left in that one. So I can transplant up if I'm growing something real sensitive like an early pumpkin plant or something like that, without the risk of having without much risk of having any transplant shock. So just thought I would share that. When you get to them 4-inch ones, you do have to be more particular with your mix. It'll fall apart easier. In a case like that, I like to put a little more stringy material in there, something with a little more fiber, and it seems to hold together good once it initially starts to set up a little bit. That's another thing. Once I got all the water in here, I had to let it sit about a half hour, so it really saturated through. I could have mixed it more and more instead, but works good like this. Just thought I would share what I do for soil blocks and the reasons why. Have a great day.